Hello everybody and welcome to January-February issue of Is Your Ex Coming Back? Just really quick note, like, don't freak out. You don't want to ex back. Do not watch this. It's not for you. This is simply the series for people who still feel connection with someone. They're in on and off relationship. They're not able to break the bones. I am going to, if you're the first time here, really give you a quick review of the spread that I'm doing for this situation. If you have been here before, you know the spread, then just like look, I think I'm going to put down here or which time stamp to go to, and just you go directly in the reading. So for this reading I am actually designating 7 cards, and they are significators, which means just like a title of a book, each category is going to tell me a little bit about that relationship. For the first card, the Magician, it's pretty much going to tell me if this relationship is starter. So I'll actually give the more detailed explanations for those of you who ordered the spread, which is still on the special for $50 if you really want to find about your relationship. The second card, Temperance Reversed, is really talking about things that need to be glued in a relationship. Then these are 2 significators. Either of them can be you, and it's kind of the energy and maybe communication in between. Now, what is basically the karmic intervention? What basically karma things that you need to work on in this time, and what should happen? And also the next steps in the relationship. So hopefully this kind of like gave you a really quick overview. I didn't kind of like spend too much time about that, so let's just jump straight in the readings. Hello Aquarius, I am just trying to do your reading, but there is another Aquarius over here that is like presiding over here, right, Chef? When I say hi to Aquarians, can I start shuffling? What do you say? Can I start shuffling cards? Can I start shuffling cards? Okay, let me do that. Let's shuffle. Alright, my dear Aquarius, let's see how this really goes, because there is like somebody bringing luck to us. This is clearly our good luck charm. So let's pay attention to the cards for a change. The Devil, Ace of Cups reversed, 6 of Wands, 10 of Cups reversed, the Empress reversed, 7 of Swords, dreaded 7 of Swords, and Page of Pentacles. So what's going on here? There is someone you're dealing with which kind of like almost like feels like you are so attracted to this person that you cannot breathe without having this person around. It looks like lots of thoughts are being spent over where do we go. But look at this, we have Ace of Cups and then 10 of Cups, like kind of like everything. Maybe you want lots of things to happen in a very short period of time. Maybe there is like this essence of needing to feel, maybe I zoomed this in too much, maybe to feel, if you wish, victorious, because this card can talk about it, but I'm kind of like not necessarily getting intuitive sense like for that over here. I'm more or less getting this, that somebody really maybe you didn't get praise. And I know Aquarians, we really don't look for it, we don't fish for it, kind of a thing, right? But this is kind of like still good to hear. Maybe, hey, you're doing the right thing, you are doing the right motions, because it kind of like feels maybe that you were giving your power away, that each and every time it was what other person wanted, and maybe this was like needed in order to keep the relationship, but it really feels that something is really rubbing you the wrong way. It's not sitting right with you for some kind of reason. Maybe you have done that in order to keep peace in a family, but there's like somebody over here I see clearly who's putting on a brave face, and brave face it is. But what about your own happiness? I feel that your partner over here, we have the Empress reversed over here, and right next to the 7 of Swords, there's like somebody who is very needy, and they might come across with kind of like bawling their eyes out, and they might be very depressed. You might be dealing with a partner who is just kind of like lost and out and about kind of a thing. but be very careful, because this can be very deceptive card. That kind of like is what you see, you know. And given that we are Aquarians, we're like as simple as it gets, really, wearing our heart on our sleeve, and we wrongly keep assuming that other people are like that just because. And I know the cross watchers are going to jump on me on this one, but true Aquarian, the one who hasn't been burned by life, and the one who kind of like is spiritually on the right path, doesn't really have a backbone in their own body. But at the same time, who are we to basically say that? Because we kind of like have a sense of what is right and what is just, which is not necessarily the same thing that other people do. I do see here that some relationship really needs rescue. It really needs rescue. Ace of Cups is falling in a category of things that are really not working out, and it is reversed. Something kind of like is not progressing. Something is not going in a direction where you want to go, and you almost like desperately really want to go and get there. When the devil shows up, this kind of like can talk about a codependency, guys. You really need to ask yourself if you're on the right path, if you're doing the right thing, if you're going in a good direction, how to go about things, right? The devil to me can talk about the other people who might get involved, right? It could be here that one party is whiny and demanding, and yet they're actually the ones doing hanky-panky behind the back. Or maybe it is a situation where maybe there are 3 people involved, and one person could actually have somebody who is actually significantly younger than them, and you feel maybe betrayed. Well, that person who is significantly younger could also mean that could be a child. And you know how sometimes you feel you're always a second fiddle to something else that is going on in a relationship? It could be one of those situations. So let's see what else I can see. You have the 10 of Wands, 3 of Wands reversed, both of them. Ace of Pentacles reversed. Oh la la, the Sun reversed. Are you guys dealing with Capricorns? That kind of like was a part of their reading. Maybe you should take a look at it. Oh, you have the Moon and the Sun. This actually is good, considering that there is like some wave of issues that's going to be thrown at you that is not going to be really fun. I honestly have to tell you, because Ace of Swords, first of all, it's kind of like that giveaway that somebody's not telling the truth. Somebody's controlling the situation. They're controlling the situations via lies, via gaslighting, right? Ace of Swords is also one of those situations where somebody's silent where they should be saying something, right? So there is like somebody who's looking after their own interest. And given that we are Aquarians, we are air sign, and this air is coming through it, it really is somebody doing that who maybe you just even wouldn't suspect. You're kind of, I really see one party, and I feel this is Aquarian over here, who's trying to accommodate, who's trying to please that other person, but the other person is having their own agenda. And that kind of like what really bothers me over here. It bothers me that, you know, there is like this essence of keeping you in the dark. There is this essence of you send them a text, you send them a message, and then keep you kind of like right in kind of like suspense, if you wish. And you're kind of like checking all those messages. My gosh, what did I say? What did I do wrong? You're kind of like questioning yourself, because that's basically the loop where we Aquarians kind of like fall into it. There are definitely secrets over here. There is like definitely some ingredient that is missing over here for certain things to move forward. And that ingredient is, I really don't think that 2 people are on the same page in terms of how to live life. And that is like a really biggie. Here is like a dark place. Here is a really light place, but the Sun is reversed. And it almost looks like that some of us Aquarians over here feel that, well, this is the best I can do, you know, this is kind of like settling for second best. But why are you guys settling? Is the relationship really that important for you, where somebody's lying, maybe somebody's cheating, somebody's telling you things? Well, you know, I was out, I was really late working, but they weren't. They were like maybe in a bar drinking, or worse yet, they were maybe with somebody else, or even if they're not with somebody else, they're in pursuit of somebody perfect. I'll tell you a quick funny story about my hairdresser, who is extremely unattractive guy. It's not a better way to put it. But he's like so much fun and he's a blast. So he basically kind of like has this personality. But more or less just because as Aquarius I find crazy people really appealing. So he is not married, and for the longest time I thought he was gay, but he isn't. He's actually heterosexual. And he told me that the reason why he's not married is that his perfect woman is not available. Okay, so I figured, okay, you know, maybe she's dealing with a divorce or something. No. His perfect woman is Cindy Crawford, and just so it happens that he doesn't even know who she is, other than in the movies, other than, you know, in the magazines. But, you know, he somehow is really convinced. So this kind of like reminds me of something like that you might be dealing with somebody like this who, I don't know if this is like, I mean, a sense of failure, that you are able to convince yourself that even, you know, somebody completely out of your league somehow is just there waiting for you, just the time and the place and people are against you. But I'm seeing somebody over here who's basically not putting you on a pedestal. Maybe you know it, maybe you just have enough and you're saying, look, I really have enough. Because when the moon and the sun show together, this is actually a good thing. It is like sort of like, okay, everything is in order. The earth is spinning, we do have the sun, and we have the things. So it's almost like that you're back. You're back. My little aqua girl. It's almost like that. To some extent, you guys are getting really fed up over here. You're kind of like saying to yourself, which is really good, because when the devil shows up, it kind of like worries me, because it means that sometimes you're really caving in and you're continuing down the path of relationship which is not really healthy, right? So this is really telling me there is like this wake up story that I see, the sun, you know, you're saying, look, you know, this the way it is, it's not going anywhere. And why is that I'm not feeling kind of like this, that this is kind of like working for me as well? So there is like a recognition of this kind of like going on. So what do we have? Look, we have the Emperor and the Empress. Maybe like you're realizing, my goodness, this certain things just cannot be created over here. I cannot create silk sheets out of burlap. So it is the material that is given to me. This person doesn't want to commit, or this person is unreliable. This person does things behind my back. Do I want to continue? Because if I do want to continue, I'm going to continue getting this. There is like absolutely, like, I mean, you're thinking about how you lost control of the situation, how certain things are continuing to go on where, you know, you keep maintaining and wanting to be positive, wanting to go in a good direction, wanting to kind of like get things that you think that can kind of like build things, but you always feel like, well, I kind of like go one step forward and then go step backward and step forward, step backward. Look at it, it's like 2 and 3. There is like this perpetual dance that is going on, right? So let's see more. It could be there he is showing up as a Knight of Wands, or she is, depending who your partner is. But look, I'm also getting a 7th. There is like going to be an essence of learning something really big. Is this person coming back? Yeah, this person will be in and out of your life. It kind of like really shows clearly. But this person is also very guarded. Like, I mean, as much as you really want to kind of like have that serious conversation, where is this going, if this is going anywhere, I don't think they are willing to give you any exact answers, because there is like somebody else on the back burner. There's like this Queen of Cups. And maybe this really simply means that they actually are with somebody who is there, and maybe, you know, that relationship is not kind of like going in the stage. Queen of Cups is almost like everything that we are not, and vice versa. Neither of them is good or bad. This person just like wants something that we are not. Somebody wants a pretty bunny and pretty cuddly pretty pussycat, but you know, we are pit bulls. And it is what it is. Pitbull can dress up like a bunny, but it's never going to be a bunny. You know, like that expression, you cannot put a lipstick. You can put lipstick on a pig, but it's still a pig, kind of a thing. So we don't tend to be this fluffed up, you know, makeup, like, I mean, batting our eyelashes, kind of like a big kind of like, I mean, zip down kind of like décolleté where we show our boobs. We actually consider it vulgar. and we really want people to be adults and talk to us, and we want to exchange ideas. But you're dealing with somebody who is just not like that, who knows that you want that, and they're kind of like giving you enough in order to keep you interested, but they're like really defensive whenever it goes, because look, this goes from the 6 to 7, so obviously there is some kind of like dance going on over here. You kind of like win one, but then they kind of like push you back. They're like, certainly they want to sleep with you, they certainly want to be with you, but they don't want to create anything. And I'm sorry to say, they don't see you as their princess, they don't see you as their empress, but to some extent you're going to realize the same. Are you really the person I really want to be with? What the heck? And why would you really be with me if you like these things, right? You want somebody all dressed in pink and big shawls and long eyelashes, kind of like, this is not me, and what in the world were you even doing with me in the first place? Almost like you're going to get to this place, hey, you idiot, me idiot. Why? I'm idiot because I'm with you. You, off you go. But I really don't think you're going to chase them away really this particular month, because there's like still the codependent dance, which is kind of like really, really, really hard to let go. So Aquarians, I want to know what the heck is going on. Who is keeping you in dark? Is this person keeping you jealous? I mean, it's almost like really feels like a little bit nightmarish. Oh my goodness, I'm so glad I'm not on the market right now, but I really want to hear from you. So guys, looking forward to kind of like getting your comments, hearing what is going on, so I get a better understanding about it. Love you guys. Warm wishes. Do not let them get away with their stuff. Okay, bye bye.